Indrajit Kundu is back with us for more details on that story where there is fair amount of commotion at the police headquarters there. Indrajit, just tell us what's happening around you. In just a minute's time, SheikhShah Jahan is to be handed over to the CBI from the CID. Is it progressing in the right direction?
Well, that's right. You know, the entire matter is the processing of it, the technicalities is being done inside the Bengal police headquarters behind me, which is Bhavani Bhavan. And any time from now is what we are given to understand that SheikhShah Jahan will be brought out. 4:15 is the deadline by which the handover has to happen. And we are given to understand that that process is underway inside the Bengal police headquarters. I'll once again ask my camera person to show the scenes inside. Big deployment of central forces right now. Big deployment of central forces right now inside. They are on standby. The convoy is ready. If Orgo can zoom in and show. The convoy of the central team is ready. And the convoy of the central team is ready, and they will be coming out anytime with SheikhShah Jahan. The senior officials of CBI are inside, and it is just a matter of time. We are just counting down to those visuals where SheikhShah Jahan will be taken out after his formal handover is complete by the Bengal police to the CBI. Sneha.
All right, these are in fact pictures coming in Indrajit at the police headquarters where any time now SheikhShah Jahan is going to be handed over to the CBI, but not before Indrajit, the manner in which this battle played out politically and legally as well.
Well, that's right. This is going to be a long, legal, protracted battle, perhaps because the West Bengal government went to the Supreme Court to challenge the Kolkata High Court's order. That was not entertained by the Supreme Court today, and we saw the central agencies, the CBI and the ED, once again moving the Kolkata High Court today and saying that despite a order yesterday, it has not been implemented and they have not got the custody of SheikhShah Jahan. So once they get SheikhShah Jahan's custody, it's going to take a huge political turn in West Bengal. The opposition BJP, of course, hitting out at the Mamata Banerjee government, saying that why is this reluctance? Why is it that SheikhShah Jahan is not being handed over to the central probe agencies? The Trinamool Congress on its part are saying that it is the Bengal police which arrested SheikhShah Jahan, though it was a case of attack on ED officials. They are saying that why is it that the central agencies failed to nab him in 55 days when he was absconding, and it was the Bengal police which arrested him. So therefore there is a tug of war that's happening between the central agencies and the state agencies. Nothing new as far as West Bengal is concerned, but just that this is a new chapter in this saga of confrontation between central and state agencies in the state. Sneha.
All right, now there is going to be a confrontation, and there is already a confrontation. Any time now you'll see SheikhShah Jahan being handed over to the CBI, and the West Bengal police's hands have been forced by the court because they were unwilling to do this. In fact, Indrajit, in the previous observations also, the court did say that the attitude of the West Bengal police towards this entire matter was worrisome. They appeared to take this issue very lightly and play down this situation in Sandeshkhali, isn't it?
Well, Sneha, you know, it's been a bad, outing for the Bengal police in this entire Sandeshkhali case, because initially SheikhShah Jahan has been absconding, and despite a barrage of complaints, SheikhShah Jahan was not being arrested. But the West Bengal police were continuously saying that his aides, 3 of his close aides, in fact 4 of his close aides have been arrested very promptly. But the question that people in Sandeshkhali were asking, it's not about the close aides of SheikhShah Jahan, it was about SheikhShah Jahan himself. Why did the police not arrest him? And the visuals that went viral after SheikhShah Jahan's arrest, the visuals of SheikhShah Jahan appearing before the Bashirhat court. You saw he was not in handcuffs, he was not, tied, he was not, police officers were not holding on to him. It was almost as if he was, a VIP who was allowed his free will even inside the court premises. He was wearing a prim and proper clothes, which was completely well ironed. It almost gave a feeling that as if it was all so planned meticulously, so that SheikhShah Jahan can suddenly prop out of thin air a person who was apparently absconding for 55 days. And therefore, the allegation by the opposition that SheikhShah Jahan was being protected by the state administration and the state police. That was the allegation that was leveled by the entire opposition, the combined opposition here in West Bengal. And even when he was arrested, he got 10 days police custody. And the very day when he was arrested and he got 10 days police custody, immediately Enforcement Directorate moved the Calcutta High Court, saying that they fear that the West Bengal police may tamper with the evidence, that evidence may be destroyed against him, and therefore SheikhShah Jahan case should be heard urgently. They had gone to the Calcutta High Court seeking an urgent hearing into the case. But last week it was not heard, and yesterday when the case was finally heard, the Calcutta High Court promptly gave an order transferring the case to the CBI, and it was a scathing judgment that came in yesterday, the scathing order. So despite the Calcutta High Court's order, it was really baffling for many that SheikhShah Jahan's custody was not given to the CBI. So they once again moved the Calcutta High Court today, saying that despite the court's order, it has not been implemented. And now the Bengal police has got no other option. There is no stay from the Supreme Court. And even though the State Council pleaded that what is the hurry for the Enforcement Directorate of the CBI to get custody of SheikhShah Jahan, because they are not the ones who had arrested him. So let the investigation proceed. It is the Bengal CID which is investigating the matter. What's the hurry? However, that logic did not, work with the Calcutta High Court, which has clearly stated that 4:15 is the deadline, and we've just crossed the deadline. Even as I speak to you, Sneha, 4:15 deadline is over, and what we can see, SheikhShah Jahan is yet not out. However, CBI officials are inside, which is to say that probably the handing over of custody may have happened inside. It's just a matter of time when they come out. So possibly the official process of handing over of SheikhShah Jahan to comply with the Calcutta High Court order must have been completed by now inside. It is now just a matter of time for the CBI officials to come out, accompanied by SheikhShah Jahan, and take him to the CBI office here in Kolkata for further interrogation in the coming days. Sneha.
You know what, also give us a sense of the investigations apart from SheikhShah Jahan. Of course, he's the main accused in this case, and any time we're expecting him to be handed over to the CBI. But what about this pattern of land grabbing that we've seen in this entire area in Sandeshkhali, in West Bengal? The others were working along with SheikhShah Jahan to, in fact, trouble the villagers there in Sandeshkhali, like they did abuse them, take their land away, even physically abuse them, sexually assault them. Who are the other people? What else are you picking up?
Well, there are 4 to 5 aides of SheikhShah Jahan, out of which 4 have already been arrested. There are multiple allegations against them. The primary allegation, of course, is that of land grab. The allegation is that they used to grab land from the locals and convert them into fish ponds for fishing purposes. And a lot of land, hectares and acres of land have been grabbed like that, is the common refrain and the common complaint. The West Bengal government, of course, created a help desk there in order to list those complaints, and they have started giving back, started the process of giving land back to those people, to the aggrieved people. However, there are other allegations as well. There are allegations of extortion of money. There are allegations of sexual abuse of women against some of SheikhShah Jahan's aides who now stand arrested, like Shibu Hajra, like Uttam Sardar. So all these people, there are serious allegations of sexual abuse as well. Some of these women today came to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Barasat rally, and they wanted to meet the Prime Minister, and a delegation of 5 women from Sandeshkhali also met them. So there are various cases. However, Sneha, for the clarity of our audience, I must once again reiterate that the case in which SheikhShah Jahan has been arrested is specifically the case in January, pertains to an incident in January this year when a team of the Enforcement Directorate and the ED, which is probing the Bengal ration scam, they had visited Sheikh Shahjahan's village Sandeshkhali to raid his premises. It was during that process, it was during that raid that villagers in the local area attacked the enforcement directorate officials who got injured and they came back. It was in this case where an FIR was lodged, a case was lodged by the Central Agency Enforcement Directorate. It was in this case that Sheikh Shahjahan was finally picked up by the West Bengal police after he was on the run for 55 days. So this is a specific case of attack on Enforcement Directorate officials, and that's precisely the reason why CBI and ED moved the Kolkata High Court, because they are saying if it's a case that relates to them and an attack on them, they should be the one who should be investigating the matter.